Hi, it's Leanne here from healthy.co.nz. Just wanting to give you my views on this terrible artificial sweeteners, which I have a real issue with. Of course, there's quite a few different ones commonly found in products these days. We have that terrible aspartame, marketed as NutraSweet. You find that in Equil. It's in a lot of low-calorie things. Terrible stuff. Also the sucralose, which is marketed as Splenda. They are the two main artificial sweeteners around these days. There's so much controversy about both of these sweeteners. I mean, aspartame to start with. I've had first-hand experience with customers. I had a lady who came to see me, terrible anxiety problems, couldn't sleep, stressed out all the time, headaches, really went through a whole diet, couldn't find anything at all, but then she divulged to me that all the food she was eating was low calorie, containing aspartame. Cut out the aspartame, lo and behold, in a week, no headaches, no anxiety, no insomnia. Simple as that. Of course, aspartame's been linked to all kinds of neurological disorders. I have a big issue with it. I have a big issue that it's in all chewing gum, particularly. Can't even chew chewing gum anymore, so it's filled with a poison. I think one of the main problems with aspartame is the effect on your nervous system, and it's been linked to all kinds of neurological disorders. So definitely it's something that you want to be avoiding. Sucralose or Splenda, that's something that people tend to tell us is safer, but really I think it's almost as bad as aspartame. They try to tell us that it's got sugar or it's derived from sugar. Yeah, it was started, it's got one sugar molecule in it, but why do we want to eat artificial sweeteners? Have a look on the internet and do some research about these kind of things, especially Splenda. Just recently they did a study with the Duke University and they found that using Splenda affects your gut flora, all that healthy bacteria in your intestinal tract, by 50%. We need all of that good bacteria so we can absorb all of the nutrients from the food that we're eating and from the supplements that we're taking. So if we take something like that, we're definitely not going to have proper nutrient absorption ability. The other thing that it found was that it made the pH level in our intestinal tract a lot more acidic. Now again, if you do any research on acid and alkaline, we know that an acid environment is not ideal, and that people who have diseases like cancer, they have a very high acid environment in their body. So trying to make our body as alkaline as possible is absolutely important. So if you're using things like Splenda that have been proven to alter our pH, you're setting yourself up for all kinds of problems. The other thing they found with Splenda was that it affected the way that some drugs work as well. None of these things are written on the label, none of these warnings. What about all the people out there who are taking medication using something like Splenda and they're not getting the full effect of their medication? Of course, if you've got diabetes and you can't have anything that's going to raise your blood sugar levels, sugar may not be an option for you. But why was it an option for our great-grandparents and they were able to use it and they didn't have these kind of problems? If you really have to use some type of sugar other than good old cane sugar, why not consider stevia? Stevia comes from a plant. I've had the opportunity to actually try a stevia leaf. One of my customers bought some up for me. I popped it in my mouth and oh my gosh, it was so intensely sweet. And stevia is a fantastic natural sweetener derived specifically from this plant, and again, it has the effect where it doesn't raise your blood sugar levels. But another benefit of stevia is for all those women out there, or a lot of men have a Candida albicans overgrowth that causes problems like thrush and urinary tract infections and athlete's foot and digestive problems and fatigue and skin problems. Stevia is a really good option because it doesn't feed all of that yeast in your intestinal tract to encourage the overgrowth. So that's my 5 cents worth on artificial sweetness and sweeteners. So it's Leanne James from healthy.co.nz signing off. Thanks.
Great.